Satlok or Sachkhand, which is our true home, where we belong, there the soul merges in its own totality and discovers it was never one soul. It was all the souls put together as one. It can have an experience, there being no time. It has the experience of being one and the many and the big one all at once. All this happens at once in Sachkhand. There the experience is that you are individuated to have experience down below, and you are also total, which is running the whole show at the same time. So that is why that experience cannot be described. There is no way the mind can understand that experience, which is way beyond time. But in Parbrahm, where the soul is individuated, even those mystics that take us there have been called perfect living masters because they have gone beyond the mind. Those that have reached Sachkhand, of course, are the ultimate perfect living masters. There is a difference between the two, not much recognized in translations into other languages. But if you study the original descriptions, the ones who go to Parbrahm, who are also masters, are called Sadhgurus. And those who reach the top are called Satgurus. There is a difference between the Satguru and the Sadhguru. Sadhguru means one who has attained the sadhana of knowing who he is as a soul. Satguru is one who discovered the ultimate truth. Sat is truth. The truth is we are all one. There never has been a separation. It's all an illusion taking place within the one. So somebody had asked me the other day in an email about the destruction of the Sinchit karma, because mystics have said when a Satguru initiates a person, at the very time of initiation, he destroys all the reserve karma that he has, which is the Sinchit karma, and only the karma that is created for this life, which is called prarabdha karma or destiny of this life, remains. That means there is a very limited choice of karma from where the next life can be created, if any. If a second life has to be created for an initiate, it's always better, because the whole choice for creating the life lies in the destiny of this life and not from the past lives. Otherwise, our destinies are made from several lives. We noticed that in Mahabharata, the blind king notices that he has the power granted to him by Krishna to look back into his old past lives. He looks back into 100 past lives to see what did I do to become blind as a king in this life. And he finds he did nothing. He did nothing wrong in 100 lives to be blind. So he tells Krishna, Krishna, with your help, I have been able to see 100 of my past lives. I did nothing to be blind. Why am I blind? Krishna says, you haven't looked far enough. Go back. And he goes to the 106th life. And there he had taken out the eyes of somebody. And therefore he was blind after 106 lives. Which means our destiny, our life, our pralabdha is not constituted from one life of the past. It are images and little elements picked up from several past lives. So since we have accumulated so much stuff in our reserve karma from past lives, which we call Sinchit karma, the reserve karma, a new life can be easily formed by picking up elements from any of them. But if a person is initiated by a perfect living master, the Sinchit karma is destroyed right at that time. Therefore, no reserve karma can be used to create another life. And that's a big advantage to the initiate, because even if he does not do all that is required to be done to go back to his own true home in this life, and he has to come another life, the another life can only be made out of the karma, out of the pralabdha that exists, plus what you do in this life. We create karma all the time. Of course, there is enough material in every life to create another life. But it's much better, as always is better than the previous life. On the other hand, if a person is initiated by a Sadhguru, one who reached Parbrahm but not Sachkhand, and he initiates, the power to remove all the Sinchit karma does not exist. So therefore, he gives a boon that your your Sinchit karma will be destroyed in due course, but not necessarily here. You will also not have more than 4 lives. You will also go away from here. But the Sinchit karma, reserved karma, you will have to burn by a longer stay in Trikuti. So that's what the literature says, that you will have to stay in Trikuti for a long time to burn the karma. I thought I might explain this point here, because people say, why is there a contradiction in the spiritual text? One saying Sinchit karma is burnt at the time of initiation, another one saying that it has to be lived through in Trikuti, which is the top of the causal stage. What's the difference between the two? I explained the difference is the initiation by a Satguru and initiation by a Sadhguru. And so the Sadhguru, but we count both of them in the list of perfect living masters because they take us beyond the mind. Whoever can take us beyond the mind has taken us away from time and away from all the birth and rebirth in this 3 worlds, this universe of 3 worlds. So I just wanted to clarify that